I looked online and people said that you do get like stuff for reading through these things, so eventually I may buy things.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Look at the map of Insulinda.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Can you see cities on the islands?
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds, words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Well, let's look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
All right, I'll take it then.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll take it. Look at Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Hudon, It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
I thought people were talking about Jamrock like it was a good place. And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Not a bad sentiment at all. Did I look at this?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through the pages?
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
Are you sure? What about this guide to cockatoos?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Steal it instead. I might do that. I might do that. Everyone knows the most interesting things about fascists was their magic. Did we not? Oh, okay, it was a thought. Quick save. Kim, don't watch.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. Slowly, you move your hand toward the tome of cockatoos. Before you reach the book, you're interrupted.
Do we really need to do this? I think not.
Oh, Kim. Load game.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort.
Yeah, I feel a little bad about that. Okay. Save.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective. Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
I'm gonna have to try it again later, I think. Well, do I have any clothes that affect reaction speed? And then this is the book on cockatoos. So let's take a look.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
What more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
What problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Oh, it'd be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
I have a friend who had a cockatoo, and she would yell at toes. So if you didn't have socks on and your toes were visible, she would fly down to your foot and yell at each toe individually. I don't know. She would just scream at your toes, and if you covered them up with a blanket, she was fine, or put socks on. Anyway, anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food. every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
There must be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Ouch, that must hurt. Not great for the neighbors. Performing? Yes, birdie.
Tell me about the Bang Bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name, Bang Bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
What about the funeral cockatoo?
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it. Ooh.
Cool. What about the major majestic cockatoo?
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Well, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Which one are we? Let me look at them again. We're probably the most impressive one. Most flamboyant, proud, bumptious nature. We are... What if I'm just a fuck up at two? Definitely major majestic.
You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry.
Yes! Put the book away. That was worth doing. What did we get? No. I want to look at my thoughts. Let me look at my thoughts. Why?
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Oh, I need to go talk to her. All intellect learning caps raised by 1. Ooh, 1 XP for every orb clicked. Yes. Okay, definitely keep that. I didn't level, did I? Okay. Interesting. Alright.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the your attempt to grasp at the answer fails.
I can get it. I know I can.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels. Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's possibly right. I am a complicated guy full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Oh God, I want this novel. I'm not going to be able to pay Gart. I'm not going to have anywhere to sleep tonight. I want the novel.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy.
Thank you. I've bought so much that I shouldn't have. Okay. There are things I need to know.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
I've bought plenty of stuff. If it's just a storage room, why does it have a Seminese word protecting it?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile, then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains. Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
What is this curse? How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman and she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Her voice drops to a whisper. She peers at the curtains again.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Annette mentioned the previous tenants have experienced some financial trouble.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Strange, I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Her eyes narrow and she tries to get a read on your energy. Why don't you just tell me right away about it?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words. Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange, cage-like trinket on the curtains.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the ward as well? Point at her necklace.
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
She holds the pendant in her palm. Its ochre heart glistens under the lights.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
I heard the union has squeezed out all the local businesses to fund their strike. How's your store still up and running?
It must be these very spells and wards of protection that keep me safe from all the ill and wicked deeds.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Time to call on drama?
Tell her there's a dead body involved. That will make it easier.
-1 gave smartass parenting advice. Tell her there's a dead body involved. Okay. Before we do that, I had a few more questions.
Okay, but please...
No, I don't.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
I was told there's a huge fridge in the building's cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
She fidgets with her pendant and nods at the bookshelves.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
I have a dead body to take care of. I want to do this.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. What if I don't want to lie?
You're not lying. You're giving her peace of mind. The means are thus justified.
Okay, I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. I have returned from the void, a paranatural detective from a long line of paranatural detectives. The first one.
I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but...
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. It's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your words brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me. I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energies. First one.
You're part Seminese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Place a hand on your heart. On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
A timid sigh of relief followed by a cautious smile.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes, for I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimneys, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
Okay.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
Yay.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. Farewell. Let's go!
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
I don't see one. Pull the curtains open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Escapes from placence as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. She doesn't want to look. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Vaguely Adrana's portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. So this used to be like a hair salon?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Break down the door. Unlock the door with the key. Let's knock on the door first.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Okay.
A hollowed-out, dark echo.
Unlock the door.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Kim, maybe you should go first. I'll go. Punching bag? Ooh, I can talk to Kim. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Ooh, is this a ball? Like the one we threw out? Yes! Oh, a shot put ball. Maybe, who knows? Poster says Citus Flortus? The rest is worn off. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. Smells like leather and sweat. I'm gonna quick save before I handle these dumbbells over here, because I'm probably gonna hurt myself.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
I don't know.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Why does it feel so familiar?
It's familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory. A memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Oh. What kind of bastard would just remove the collars?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
This is gonna hurt me. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. This is just gonna hurt me. All I'm gonna do is hurt myself. Probably in a comical way, but still. Never mind. Oh, I was supposed to talk to you. I'm sorry. No. I wanted to talk to you. Yeah. Good thing I quick saved. Talk to Kim.
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's the netherworld beyond the veil.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Oh.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark.
Okay.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Okay. I can go back and I'll take that. Oh. Okay. Kim's like, fine, walk around in the dark if you want. See if I hear. The hallway is blocked by old window pane and debris. Looks like the remains of the 24th window repair shop. Okay. This is a huge building to just have nothing in it. And for her to have access to all of it, a large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. A naked mannequin torso, strange yellow in color. I'll take some money, please and thank you, after I spent everything in the shop. Oh, there is more. Holy cow, okay. I wanted you to look behind you, but let's go this way first. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Touch this. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. What's this? TV?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
I'm gonna turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside?
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
The lieutenant notes, observing the machine. Press play?
Nothing happens.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Press play again.
Nothing happens.
Okay. He says it needs a memory? What's this? Oh gosh, there's so much back here. Scribbled across a notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh, I didn't want to leave. Oh, we found the fridge. Ooh, what's this? Oh. Maybe I should take one of these. Before I investigate the fridge. The wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Yell hello into the furnace. Smear your hands with coal, because why not?
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Smear your cheeks with black coal.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation of an ancient Imalarian warrior.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it.
It's a red check. No, I want to keep it. I'm low on authority. If I didn't have, I know I have, I think that clip reduces my authority. frick?
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
Yes! I just wanted to keep them. We're exploring this dark place, and I need the protection of my war paint.
And this protects you.
This is traditional war paint. It'll grant me safe passage. It gives me confidence. That's all that matters, Kim.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
He stubbornly looks away from you in the furnace. It didn't help. You war painted your face. It did help. The voices I heard. Maybe it's the entity. Palin says it lives in the chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Okay. Kick it with your foot. I don't want to do that. Let me save. In case this fails.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak.
Great.
A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you.
Thanks.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
I'm gonna try again now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. Something
There we go.
breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
This is the police who's there. I summoned the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the 2nd floor. I'll open it.
Yay!
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Kick it with your foot.
A hollow ring goes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
No! I'll just let myself die. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just die. It's cool.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Oh, this is bad.
Very, very bad. This is the end. Bad.
Try to remain conscious.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to
There we
surrender
go.
now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. The cease.
Yeah, we've gotten that ending, so let's load.
Hello?
You've awakened.
Hello?
You hear a lot.
After you, officer.
Alright, let's not kick it. Let's just not kick it. And let's save. Okay, let's check out this fridge now. Oh, there's more stuff down here.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's just the fridge.
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
Look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, But it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
How are we gonna get the body down here?
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
So 2 more would be 3?
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
I wanted to look around more, but I guess we gotta go do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best body's work I've ever done.
Really?
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
You think this is good work?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This story does not leave this room.
I think it's a glorious achievement. People need to hear about it. Ooh. This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists, and this was our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Cool.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Try to remove the dead man's boots?
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
The lieutenant shakes his head. Okay.
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Okay. Tell me something, dead man?
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Thanks.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
So I just pocketed it. I guess I gotta look at it later. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge or the decomposing body in it.
Okay.
The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
Vanilla chocolate and a body. What's this giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
It's costing someone money to heat it. Maybe not the original people. The lieutenant points at a red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Lucky us.
Okay, let me close the door. Let me quick save. Crap, what's the thing I
bear's
need?
eyes are still glowing.
I need perception. I think I have good perception. I'll add perception. What's this note? Handwritten note you found in the giant ice bear fridge still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Oh.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
I wonder who wrote the note. I mean, he signed it.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours.
Well, we needed a memory to run that thing.
Which is to say, not very good.
What's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid? 2 guesses.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Lieutenant looks at you, the corner of his mouth curved into a smug grin. Pretty sure it's Kuno.
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Okay, put the note away. This is our book. We will have to interact with things. Alright. I upped my perception by 1. Let me check this out. Hold on. Oh, there's stuff here. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Well, hold on. I will head that way. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Oh, I guess that's how we get upstairs. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Take all that.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Try to crack open the lid?
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the...
I got it.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
Pry bar not
submarine.
strong enough.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer
right.
that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
We need something better than the pry bar.